Service-oriented architecture, a review of the state-of-the-art literature from an organizational perspective. Myself, Meka Nandini. Introduction. Since the last 15 years, service-oriented architecture SOA has been one of the most important technologies in the field of information system architecture and design. It is defined as a combination solution to film desired to the achieve such as goals as agility, flexibility, and integration, which ultimately enhance the interoperability of services. On the one hand, scholars from computers and software engineering and other IT related fields alongside practitioners have studied the topic of SOA from technical point of view. Due to the increased importance of SOA, many researchers have tried to explore different points of view. Literature survey. Service-oriented architecture has been a subject of extensive research analysis from an organizational standpoint. This literature review aims to provide a consensus overview of key insight findings in this domain. In this regard, they have covered various technical issues regarding SOA, including SOA technologies, technical applications of SOA, SOA design and implementation methods, software and service developed based on SOA. Literature survey. With this increased usage of service-oriented architecture and related concepts as web services in the fields as well as notable rated value in SOA implementation projects, questions about the organizational requirements, success factors of implementation, value, impacts, and applications of SOA has gained much more attention among the researchers and practitioners. This is a current paper aims to conducting a comprehensive literature review on service-oriented architecture from an organizational viewpoint. This paper contributes the current body of literature in several ways. The main contributors of the paper are listed below. We review the features of VANET and the recent standardization activities in the field together with the shortcomings at the MAC layer. Problem analysis. A critical issue in the adoption of service-oriented architecture is with organizations in this management of culture shift that accompanies technological change. Often, SOA initiatives involve shift from a traditional monolithic system to the more modular and service-based architecture. This transition can disrupt established workflows and hierarchies, creating resistance among employees accustomed to conventional practice. The challenge of managing this cultural change involves not only addressing the technological aspect but also focusing on the human element and organization.
Proposed solution. Change management and cultural shift are pivotal in SOA implementation. Beyond training programs, organizations should create cross-functional teams that bridge the gap between IT and business units. This is the diagram for service-oriented architecture. Methodology. For the purpose of this study, a comprehensive literature review was carried out. The methodology used in this process included 5 main phases. In the first phase, a search string was developed based on the keywords of relevant research. Since the study was supposed to review all the relevant research on the topic of service-oriented architecture, 2 main keywords, service-oriented architecture and SOA, were defined as the search string. In each search process, several criteria were utilized to increase the thoroughness of search results. To be eligible for inclusion, research works were required to be published in the English language, be peer-reviewed papers, be published between 2005 to 2020, has an organizational theme. Resources and technique. Service-oriented architecture is an architectural style that aims to enable the creation of flexible and interoperable software systems by breaking them down into smaller loosely coupled services that communicate with each other over a network. From an organizational perspective, SOA brings several benefits. Modularity and reusability. SOA encourages the creation of modular services that can be reused across different parts of the organization. This can lead to cost savings and faster development. Interoperability. SOA allows different systems and applications to communicate with each other regardless of the technology stack they use. Scalability. SOA makes it easier to scale specific services independently, which is crucial for organizations with varying demands on their IT resources. Solution. A comprehensive review of the state-of-the-art literature on service-oriented architecture from an organizational perspective reveals a complex landscape where technological innovation intersects with organizational structures and strategies. However, it also represents formidable challenges such as security risks, integration complexities, and the need for cultural alignment within organizations. SOA framework. Organizations looking to adopt SOA must carefully plan their approach, considering factors like governance, culture, and IT business alignment. This alignment not only enhances operational efficiency but also positions organizations to capitalize on digital transformation opportunities. SOA governance. To illustrate the practical implications, case studies reveal valuable insights. Successful examples highlight the importance of strong relationship, clear communication, and a phased implementation approach, while failures often stem from inadequate planning, lack of stakeholder built-in, and insufficient consideration of organizational culture. SOE case studies. Looking ahead, future is interviewed with emerging technologies like microservices, serverless computing, and containerization. These trends offer exciting prospects for organizations aiming to stay competitive and agile in a rapidly evolving digital landscape. SOE Future Trends. In conclusion, this review underscores enduring relevance in reshaping organizational structures and strategies, aligning technology with business goals, and paving the way for successful digital transformations.
Service oriented architecture is an architectural approach to designing software systems where various services are loosely coupled and interact with each other over a network. These services can be thought of as self contained modular components that perform specific function and communicate with each other through well defined interfaces. SOA aims to improve agility, reusability, and scalability in software development and maintenance. From an organizational perspective, SOA has been the subject of significant research and discussion with several key points of interest. The conclusion is it aimed at reviewing the literature on service oriented architecture from an organizational perspective. To this end, several databases, including Web of Science, ProQuest, Science Direct, Emerlad, JSTOR, IEEE Explore, ASM Transaction were reviewed and 65 papers were selected for the study. A thorough review of compiled papers show that literature on SOA from a business perspective can be divided into four categories: SOA adoption, SOA implementation, SOA governance, and organizational impacts and applications of SOA. Moreover, it was denoted that firms' readiness for SOA adoption is highly dependent on organizational, technical, technological, individual, financial, and environmental factors. This is the reference of our case study.